folks, welcome to the channel. I got a question for the folks who have been following the channel for a while. The title of the song, Backside of 30, why is it ringing such a bell? I could swear that I did a song with that title, but it's nowhere in my records, and I keep good records on all the songs that I've done. So those of you who followed the channel that remember things, maybe you could tell me why it sounds so familiar. Like, I looked up other song titles like, was there a Backside of 50? Was there a song? There was nothing in my records that said I've done anything like this. So anyway, I'm calling this a reaction, but when I listen to it, maybe I've heard it before. Backside of 30 by John Conlee. And did anybody request this? Yes. Oh, John Davidson. This is the second song I've done of yours in like a week. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I did Tennessee Ernie Ford's song. Oh, God, what was the name of that one? Hicktown. That's what I did, and you requested that. So you got two in a row. Well, almost. In a week, anyway, depending on when I post them. All right, let's get Backside of 30. Here we go. Love the beginning. My brain's engaged already.
Making money at 30 with a wife and a son. Then a short 5 years later, it all comes undone.
Yeah.
She's gone back to mama with the boy by her side.
What'd you do?
I'm wine drunk and running with them on my mind. I'm on the backside of 30 and back on my own. An empty apartment don't feel like a home. On the backside of 30, the short side of time. Back on the bottom with no will to climb.
Wow. That's what happens, man, when you're heartbroken like that.
It's dawn Monday morning, and I just called in sick. I skipped work last Friday to drink this month's rent.
Damn,
And when my friends ask me, I tell them I'm fine, but my eyes tell a story that my lies can't hide. I'm on the backside of 30 and back on my own. An empty apartment don't feel like a home. On the backside of 30, the short side of time. Back on the bottom with no will to climb.
This sounds like the songwriter, whoever wrote this, was living it and decided to crank out a very quick song. I don't mean that negatively. I mean, it just sounds like emotionally, and the way this was written was like, I don't feel like going too much into this, but I'm going to write down my thoughts right now, right after I got left, and I'm bereft of emotion. My wife and kid aren't here. But did you notice, like, too, I caught myself later in the reaction, I had this comment, like, after he revealed that they had his wife and the son are back with her mother, and he's in this empty apartment, and my first thought was, what did you do? And it's like, well, maybe he didn't do anything. Maybe she was just very difficult to live with. I don't know, but my immediate thought was, what did you do, man? Like, that she wanted to leave you and take the kid and go live with her mother, because most people don't want to move in back with their mother, especially if you've got a son, and if you have a reasonably happy marriage, which the guy has to contribute to, but so does the wife, you know. But having a young kid, my former business that I had with my ex-wife and I, she was a ballet and modern dancer. So we opened a dance school for her when we were younger, and it took off. So I stayed in the business rather than go to law school. And it seriously took off, and we did well. I don't regret not doing it. I don't regret not going to law school. But in this business, I interacted with a lot of mothers because the dads are off at work and the mothers are bringing the 3, 4, and 5-year-olds, preschoolers in. And then after school, it's still the mothers are driving the kids every which way. Every so often I would see a dad, but mostly moms. And the toll it took, I remember talking with one woman, I don't remember her name, but like her 4-year-old was in the classroom and she was the only one in the lobby. And my setup was right there in the lobby. So I interacted with the moms, the students, teachers, everybody that came in. And she was telling me that after she had her baby, she was absolutely miserable. And she didn't attribute it to postpartum depression, nothing like that. And she said she was miserable for, I think, upwards of about 6 months. And she said when it turned around was when she realized and accepted that her life wasn't her own. And when she made that conscious decision, she said she loved being a mother. But it took that conscious decision for her. Now, had she not made that decision, she might have been the woman in this song who decided, I'm taking my kid and leaving because it's your fault. When it's nobody's fault. It's just the difficulty of having a kid. But then again, this guy might have done something. I don't know. Now he's really going into a spiral because he's drinking. He's not showing up for work. He's got an empty apartment. He doesn't have the will to climb out of it, which I can understand that for a time. When you get like slammed, it's like getting a broken leg. And until it heals, you can't run or walk. You just got to hobble. And in this case, emotionally. So, John Davidson, what am I going to rate this song? This sounded like a quick-hitting song. The writer got after it, had an idea in his or her head, and blasted through it very quickly. And I don't mean that negatively. I mean that emotionally. That I'm going to pen these thoughts down, what I'm thinking and feeling right now. And then he did not expand upon them later. Just kept it straight and like a boom, just a quick punch. And John Conlee has a great voice. I love his voice. I am going to come in. The number that popped into my head was an 8.2. Yeah, I mean, I like that snippet of life that he covered, but it wasn't this overarching thing. We didn't have a lot of the backstory in it, which I'm fine with, because we don't always need that. Songs have to have a variety. Sometimes give me the details, don't let my mind wander. Other times, let my mind wander. So there it is. John Conlee on my backside of 30. That's it is, and life doesn't get shorter in that regard. You know, you're like, shoot, what do I have to do to get life right? But anyway, we all have those thoughts. Okay, folks, have a great day. I'll see you on another video. Keep rocking the country.